Hello everybody. We're going to do a whole new start out here. This one is called, and it's going to be called, The Shepherd's House. See, I got a sign over there. I hope you all can see it good. Eventually maybe we'll make a bigger one on a big piece of wood or something, like a barn wood. Wouldn't that look cool? But this is for the little children mainly, and the older children, adults, anybody that wants to watch it and enjoy it. And I hope you really do. And so this time of the year it's Christmas. Everybody is going around here and there, getting excited about Christmas, getting excited for gifts. And as you see, I got some gifts over there in front of the little tree. And sometimes there's a lot of little children that don't get any gifts for Christmas. And so we're just hoping that all of the children out there that are watching, and even little children that aren't watching, maybe you can tell your friend about the free gifts that we're going to talk about in a minute here, free gift. But we just bless everybody, and we hope you enjoy this. Now I'm going to turn on a little music here. And while the music is playing, I'm going to read. There were shepherds living in the field, okay? Nearby, it was night, okay? Here's a shepherd. I got one sitting over there. They're watching the sheep out in the field. Here's another shepherd. And how about this shepherd? How do you like that one? And how about this shepherd? Isn't that cool? See? So, and then you could even say, if you wanted to just say the three little shepherds, 1, 2, 3, and the little animals, because Jesus had animals in the stable. He actually was born in a stable when there was animals in there. That wouldn't be very, that would probably smell and stuff, wouldn't it? But I know there's a lot of animal lovers. We all love animals, right? But that's how Jesus was born, okay? But we're going to put this right here. And then I'm going to read, it was night, and they were taking care of their sheep. An angel of the Lord appeared to them. How about this angel for now? See that? Isn't that pretty? I'll put him right over here. Okay. The angel appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord stood all around them. They were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Don't be afraid." He said, "Don't be afraid." We don't have to be afraid. I bring you good news. It will be great joy for all the people. That means for the whole world. For you, for all of your family. And if you're not with your family this year for Christmas, you just think in your heart that you are there with them and that you love them and you can pray for them. And the Lord will guide you with that, and He will keep you, He'll answer your prayers. And sometimes if you feel like He's not answering your prayers, don't give up. Just keep on praying. Okay, now I'm going to go to right here. Actually, there was one of my little grandchildren actually painted this. He had a play at the school, and this, can anybody guess what that's going to be? Okay, but it's right? Doesn't that sound like Snoopy or the Charlie Brown Show? Okay, and then we're going to do this one. Right? How about this one? Why? Because it's not complete, right? What do you think? Anybody got a guess what's coming next? Anybody out there at all? Can you guess what's coming next? How about it? Yay! And where does he go? He goes right here. And everybody knows what he always had was a blanket. This blanket is full of love. Look at that. And everybody likes lots of love this time of the year and every time of the year. Everybody likes to get presents, but you know what? That's the greatest gift of all. You can have gifts totally all over your house, everywhere, outside, but you know what? Eventually those gifts will get old and they'll just disappear. Somebody might lose them, or you might misplace them, or you might get tired of them, but guess what? That gift right there, Jesus, baby Jesus, was born in Christmas. That's what it's all about. It's the reason for the season. And in John 3:16, the greatest gift of all is God, gave his only begotten Son. And that's it right there. It's Jesus. And so if we can remember that he is always there for us everywhere we go, every step of the way, and he won't leave you. He sticks closer than a brother, and he wants to be your best friend. Okay, here in Matthew 2:2 it says, "And they asked, 'Where is the child who has been born, the King of the Jews? We saw his star,'" right there, "'when it rose. Now we have come to worship him.'" And see, the shepherds come to worship Jesus. They come to worship him. They're all around and they're worshiping Jesus. And they love him because he's our best friend. Even the animals worshiped him. I bet you they did. I bet you they did, because there was probably such a presence in the place. I bet you they had such a peace knowing this beautiful little baby was born. Can you imagine the feeling that would feel like? The Son of the Most High God was born, and the feeling that would give you? That would be pretty incredible, wouldn't it? I bet you there is nothing that, I know there is nothing that would actually fill your hearts up like Jesus. And so I wanted to say too, there's a lot of people out there that are pretty skeptical of Christmas. They feel like, they're getting overboard, but a lot of people are actually looking for somebody to show them attention at Christmas time, to show them that they care. Sometimes that's the only way somebody can feel welcome. And actually, I know this true story about this lady. She filled up her trunk and she went out in the street somewhere, and she said, "I'm going to give away free gifts and free food." Well, you know what? If anybody remembers the stories in the Bible that where God went and there was people all over, and one of them there was 5,000 men beside children and women. Think about it. If there was 5 children in each family, that's a lot of people. But the little boy come up with bread and fish, and the disciples and people handed it out, and it just kept multiplying and multiplying, and everybody got full. Isn't that cool? And well, see, this lady, she went out to the streets. She says, "I'm going to help out some people." Well, how much can you fit in a trunk? How long do you think that would actually last? I would say probably, no more than hour and a half. It depends on how many people are coming. And usually when they have something like that, the people come. They bring their little children to get gifts and food. Well, anyway, guess what? That went all day long. Her trunk never ran out until the end of the day. That right there is a miracle. And see, that's how, when people want to think, you know, like, oh, I don't believe in that kind of thing. Well, when you think of it that way, when you look at it that way, if that's the way you can look at it to make you believe, that's a good way to look at it. But when you look about, you know, the reason for the season is because of Jesus. You know, he was born for us, and then he grew up, and, you know, it's just so beautiful. I love him. And that's why we're doing that. It's because we want you out there to have the experience we have with Jesus. Because he won't leave you. And he loves you. And you are so special to him. And you know, the reason why I have those gifts over there is because a lot of times, a lot of children, they don't have a place where, you know, or their mommy and daddy might not have too much money. Well, actually, them only cost $1 a piece. And you know, that is something that will give you exercise. You don't really see very many children out there, and even adults, that are skip roping anymore. They don't hardly do that, but actually it's good for us all to do that. If it's snowing like it's snowing here, you know, you can do it inside or out in the garage or something like that. But it's a good thing to have for exercising, and even you can share it with your friend. And then the little thing here, you know, when we were growing up, we used to have these all the time and would play with these. And these were a lot of fun. And actually, you get a lot of exercise with these. You're throwing yourself around and you're exercising, you know. And then over here, I've got this little thing of wrapped up, you know, little cookie cutters. How do you like those? You know, if you don't have anybody to make cookies with or anything, you know, maybe you could just go out and make some in the snow or in the mud or wherever and just pretend, you know. And maybe, you know, because there are a lot of little children around the world that won't get cookies this year. You know, and people that get cookies, all of us that get cookies, and are so blessed to be able to make cookies with your mommy and daddies or your grandma and grandpas, you know, you're really blessed. Pray for the little children that don't get to do that, because actually it wouldn't be very fun for little children to have to really make cookies in the mud, would it? It wouldn't be fun. Or in the snow for pretend. It would be nice to be able to really make cookies. So I just pray that everybody out there can really make some good cookies, you know, and have fun with your parents or grandparents. And then I wanted to show you, I seen something on my Facebook, and it's really cool when people show these things. I was saving these Pop-Tops, you know, I'm like, there's so many, I mean, not Pop-Top, well, yeah, there's a couple of those I saved. But water tops. And actually I made some snowflakes. See, I know it's a little crooked. These were my first one. Aren't they cool? And these are all from water. That one's from a different water. And see, you melt them. You can't do it on your own. You have to do it with your parents or somebody older to help you, okay? You see that? I thought it would be really cute to put holes in them and make them like little snowflakes, you know, dangling around, put some strings in them, and then you hang them up and they, look at, wouldn't that be cute? Be snowflakes for the winter time. Isn't that cute? And then I just added the red and the blue in the middle. But you have to what you do is you put them in saran, or the wax paper. You put them in the wax paper, put something like a towel underneath of you, and underneath of it, put a towel, or maybe even like on a rug, and then a towel so you don't burn the rug. And then you put the wax paper down, and you put the tops, and then you put the couple of more pieces of wax paper, and then you put the iron on it. But you got to have a grown-up help you. Don't do it without the grown-up. But anyway, I thought these were really cute to show you, little snowflakes that I made for this time of the year for Christmas. And for, you know, it's cute to have little snowflakes up here. So I'm just wanting everybody to know that they're very much loved. You are very much loved. And if anybody out there is hurt, remember Jesus. And he's a grown man now, and he knows everything about you. He knows your name. He knows every hair on your head. He knows when you're sad and when you're happy. He knows when you're in a grouchy mood. He knows your dreams. He knows everything about you, because actually he gives us a lot of dreams. It's very important, if you have dreams, write your dreams down. If you can't write them down, get somebody to help you write them down. Okay? It's very important. But I hope you like this. We're going to be back again. You know, we want to start off, we want to launch something here. And we figured that would be a good name, The Shepherd's House. I hope you like the name of that. And right here I got family, where life begins and love never ends. You know, if any little children are out there and you are away from your families, remember to keep them inside and ask the Lord, say, Lord Jesus, let me see my family again. And you know what? Hang on to that, knowing, believing inside that you will do that. You will see your families again. And your parents or your grandparents or your best friend. A lot of people lose their best friends, you know. They move away. Some people move to different schools. And I remember that happened to me when I was in school. When I was young, I had a best friend. I really liked her. And she moved away and I never heard from her again. And you know, so I know what it's like, you know, when you get attached to somebody. But get attached to Jesus, because he's the very best, and he's the one that won't never, ever leave you. He will always stick closer than a brother. So remember what Christmas is all about. I hope you guys all like this. Remember what Christmas is all about. It's all about Jesus' birthday. That's where it started. And so we don't want to forget about that. That's the reason for the season. And and they even brought gifts to Jesus. The wise men brought him gifts, the Bible says. So I hope you liked it. And God bless all of you guys. You guys have an awesome, awesome Christmas. And remember to talk to Jesus for Christmas. And always share your toys. Share what you can. It's always nice to share. It's not good to be selfish, because there's so many selfish people anymore. People don't want to share candy. They don't want to share a piece of gum. They don't want to share their toys. But you know what? It's always good, and it's rewarding, and it makes you feel good when you give. It's more blessed to give, Jesus says, than to receive. And I actually love to give. I've always been a giver. So it's good to give away. Sometimes if you see a little child at Christmas time, it ain't going to have no Christmas, you can wrap up something really nice at home and take it to school and give it to them. You could do that. They would really appreciate that. That would mean the world to them. And you know what? Don't be embarrassed. Just do it. You know, put that inside of you. Say, you know what? I'm going to help out this person. There might be somebody in school that's been being bullied. You can say, you know what? I'm going to help out that child so that child doesn't feel so sad and lonely at Christmas. Because they might not have the greatest of clothes or shoes. They might not have any boots or gloves. And like I said, those gifts over there were cheap. You know, I know a lot of times we get, you know, you get allowances from your parents. You go to a dollar store somewhere, you can buy them a pair of gloves for $1. You can buy them a hat. You can buy them a, you know, a pair of socks. You can buy a lot of different things for $1. And if somebody says, well, I don't have $1, well, you know what? You can make a picture at home. You can make them a card. You can put a piece of paper together like this. Let's just say this is the paper. And you fold it up like that. You know? And you can make them a beautiful card. You can draw a little picture up here. You know, you can open it up, put a little something in there. You know, and if you can't do it, have your mommy or daddy or your grandparents or your foster parents or whatever the case may be, you can have them help you. And that would mean so much. Sometimes just a word or a couple of words, it's the best thing you can give to somebody. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed it. Pass it around and share it because we're going to be back on from the shepherd's house. Love you. Have a great Christmas. Bye.